basketball guys, we have news. Let's go to more news from the Golden State Warriors, but before that, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave your like. The Warriors are making a good start to the season and have everything they need to fight for a place in the playoffs, but Warriors fans want to go further, and becoming champions is the goal. The Warriors have a need in a big center. And since the Warriors have a lot of talented young players, they could involve some in a trade for a solid center. The Golden State Warriors could fine-tune their roster by trading away some of their immense guard talent for a quality starting center this season. Warriors could move Moses Moody while his stock is high. That leaves Moody, Payton 2, Melton, and Waters 3 as players that Golden State's front office could leverage for a starting five. The Warriors have not exuded the level of confidence that they've sparingly flirted with showing Moody through his tenure in the Bay thus far. It might be an opportune time to see what he can yield on the open market behind his current 10.7 ppg on 51.2% shooting from the field and 51.7% shooting from distance. He has breakout potential and a history of making timely buckets in the playoffs. An enticing Warriors trade offer could land them Walker Kessler or Clint Capella. The Warriors could also make a decision on who they want as their sole backup floor general between Payton 2 and Melton. The former brings exceptional on-ball defense and typically timely shooting from tray off the catch, while Melton can get to his spots inside the arc, spot up from deep with precision and control the pace of the game. With strong two-way centers like Walker Kessler, Utah Jazz, and Clint Capella, Atlanta Hawks, dominating trade rumors, the Warriors could compile a trade package centered around a combination of Moody, Payton 2 or Melton, and Waters 3 along with draft assets to either rebuilding franchises for centers who could magnify their pick and roll and protect the rim. Or, the Warriors can come out of left field per usual and make a power play investment on Ben Simmons, who the Brooklyn Nets are reportedly preparing to move off of. The 6-to-10-point forward has all defensive capabilities, the size to man the middle, and the talent to solidify Golden State as the elite passing team in the association again. Andrew Wiggins is also dominating in limited minutes, boasting 18.5 ppg and 5.8 rebounds in only 26.8 minutes a night. While superstar Stephen Curry is off to a sluggish start to the campaign, the Warriors are showing that they have much help around him. Nevertheless, they need a couple more pieces to return to championship glory. That being said, Golden State has Curry, Hield, Brandon Podziemski, Moses Moody, DeAnthony Melton, Gary Payton 2, and Lindy Waters 3 all manning backcourt duties. All are seeing at least 15 minutes per contest. From an early glimpse, Hield looks like an absolute keeper as the premier sixth man in the league. Podziemski has also shown great playmaking abilities through his first 2 years in the league. Jonathan Kuminga praised by Draymond Green for not sulking after getting benched. The Golden State Warriors dismantled the Houston Rockets to go up 5-1 in the season. The team's sixth man, Jonathan Kuminga, was instrumental in the win. The effort was highly praised by Draymond Green, who complimented Kuminga for accepting his bench role. The 22-year-old poured in the majority of the bench points with 23 points, 6 rebounds, and 1 assist, which the team was in dire need of. With Stephen Curry sidelined, the Warriors have heavily relied on Buddy Hield and their sixth man for their offense. Both have risen to the occasion, with Jonathan Kuminga having his 3 best games of the season coming off the bench. In the post-game press conference, Draymond Green heaped praise on the youngster. "I don't want him, Kuminga, to love coming off the bench. He believes he's a superstar. I believe he's a superstar. So as long as you believe you shouldn't be okay coming off the bench. But how you respond is important. You can respond by sulking, or you can just go do what it is that you can do to help the team win, and that's what he's doing." Credit to his maturity as well as his play. Draymond Green on Jonathan Kuminga. Green credited Kuminga's professionalism and his maturity, citing last season as his reason for growth. The Warriors' new sixth man has completely balled out in his new bench role. He is currently totaling 56 points since he was moved to the reserves. With the Warriors running thin on depth, Kuminga is likely to resume his starting role. Several people like Gilbert Arenas have speculated about the team's decision to bench the 6'7" forward due to contract issues. Earlier in the offseason, Kuminga declined the team's extension on the grounds of money, reported to be around a $5 million difference. Steve Kerr is proud of Jonathan Kuminga's bench production. Steve Kerr was very vocal following the Warriors' win against the Houston Rockets in a 127-121 thriller. Kerr praised Kuminga for his professionalism and his recent production coming off the bench. The Warriors' head coach was the one who made the decision to relegate Kuminga to the bench 3 games ago. He's been great. This is the 3rd game in a row he's come off the bench. These were his 3 best games. The way he responded to a role change is perfect. That's what we expect. The professionalism. Couldn't be more proud of JK. Steve Kerr on Jonathan Kuminga in the post-game presser. Steve Kerr couldn't be more proud of Jonathan Kuminga after another clutch showing off the bench. Various speculations surrounding Kerr's relationship with Kuminga have escalated recently. However, the Dubs coach has declined the involvement of any personal agendas in his move. Kerr has simply implemented his decision to improve the spacing around the lineup of Green, Andrew Wiggins and Hield after Curry went down with an injury. As of now, Kuminga is reportedly on his expiring rookie deal with the Warriors. The current $24.8 million deal is set to last through the 2024-25 season, making him an unrestricted free agent afterward. Since contract talks fell apart, the front office is not likely to have Kuminga back. Why the Warriors shouldn't trade Jonathan Kuminga? After Golden State Warriors head coach Steve Kerr moved Jonathan Kuminga to the bench last week, there was no surprise when trade rumors started sprouting up. Multiple reports this summer linked the Warriors to trade rumors for big-name stars like Paul George and Lauri Markkanen, with Kuminga being an obvious key piece of the trade packages. Kuminga's inconsistent play and inability to come to terms on a contract extension with the Warriors this offseason make it no surprise why trade rumors are going around. That said, the Warriors shouldn't trade their young forward. Kuminga's stats improving. Kuminga started the season playing like he might regret betting on himself this offseason. Through the first 3 games, he averaged only 8.0 points and 3.3 rebounds per game and was shooting a dismal 1 of 9 from three-point land. Then, Stephen Curry and Andrew Wiggins got injured, making Kuminga's position in the starting lineup even more essential. Instead of Kuminga becoming the first unit's offensive focus, Kerr moved him to the bench. The feel-good vibes of the Warriors' first few games were in jeopardy, but the move is paying off. Over the next 3 games, Kuminga averaged 18.6 points off the bench. This included a clutch performance in Houston on Saturday, where he scored 6 of the Warriors' 8 overtime points. Kuminga trade rumors. Even at 5-1, with Kuminga's play starting to improve, the forward can't escape trade rumors. The Athletic's Sam Amick and John Hollinger recently reported that NBA executives think the Warriors are more willing than ever to put Kuminga in a trade for a star. Could rival executives just be saying this to cause trouble in Golden State? It's possible. Realistically, though, the Warriors are likely exploring all options on how to get Curry more support to contend for another NBA championship. That being said, the Warriors should be careful about trading Kuminga. Stick with what is working. Jimmy Butler is one name that has come up in Kuminga trade rumors. However great Butler may be, the Warriors should prioritize the youth and athleticism that has been working for them 6 games into the season. Organizations like the Los Angeles Clippers and Brooklyn Nets have shown that mortgaging the present for aging stars isn't working in today's NBA. The Warriors also have always valued their draft picks more than the league does. Remember how long they hung on to James Wiseman? Kuminga's trade value is likely not nearly as high as the Warriors feel it should be. Getting a superstar is going to cost a lot more than just Kuminga, And on top of that, the forward has shown flashes that indicate he could be on the way to stardom himself. A Giannis Antetokounmpo Warriors trade is the exception. As things seem to be falling apart in Milwaukee, Giannis trade rumors are growing as well. Pairing Curry with a superstar like Giannis, who is in the middle of his prime, is worth whatever it costs. The Warriors shouldn't hold their breath, though. Not only will the Bucks hold on to Giannis with a vice grip, but Warriors trade package, even with Kuminga, won't be able to compete with the best offers around the NBA. For now, the Warriors should stick with what is working. They are near the top of the Western Conference standings, and Kuminga is playing well. Unless someone like Giannis becomes available, the Warriors should continue to see what Kuminga can become and hope he can help the Warriors in the present and future.